So I've just been playing a bit of The Witcher 2, Assassins of Kings, the upcoming action and role-playing game from CD Projekt. And here I have one of the producers of the game. We met before, I think, in Barcelona and talked about the game. Now I've had a chance to try it. Soon time for release. How does that feel?
Well, a lot of work, that's what I can tell you. May 17th is the day that you're going to get the game on shelves. And before there, we just have to make sure that it's going to be as good as we want it to be.
And what does that entail, more specifically, as good as you want it to?
Well, we want to be the best RPG of 2011. That's simple. That's period. So it definitely requires holding on to our principles, to everything that we always believed in, because it turned out that The Witcher 1 was actually good. That actually it didn't suck. So people liked it. So we're just trying to do a game based on the same ideals that we have. It looks better. It has less linear story. It has revamped combat. So it's got a lot of new stuff, but it's The Witcher. Yes, it's gonna be. It just has to be better. I mean, our biggest competitor is not Dragon Age or Skyrim. It's The Witcher 1.
And there's a lot of buzz for this game from the community. Have you checked that out a lot?
The community and all the feedback that we get is the most important thing that actually drives us. The feedback from The Witcher 1 was the most important factor that decided which things will be changed in The Witcher 2. So we're not treating ourselves as center of the world. We're doing the games that people they want them to do. Obviously, there are things that we have to do our own, like in an authoritative way, like the storyline, because we have to invent it and make it really cool with a lot of twists. But combat, for example, has been redesigned because a lot of people actually asked for it. There you go.
So I've just been trying one of the quests in the game. I talked to an elf who asked me to investigate some murders. Can you tell me about that quest a little bit?
I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a really non-linear quest. It allows you to find out a lot of things about who kills this elf's friends, what actually happens to people that, and not only people, elves as well, that die. And because Geralt has expert knowledge on monsters, he's one of the few who can actually investigate it and draw conclusions. But cool thing about this quest is that it's really non-linear. It branches in many places, has a lot of endings, and can be 3 hours or 7 hours of gameplay, and so on and so on and so on. And it has a lot of endings that I already mentioned. But what's even more cool about that, it's just a side quest. Even as complex as it is, it's just to show you the idea of how we tell the story without actually spoiling the main story.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed, that even in the beginning of the quest I had a choice. I could either go to investigate the corpses or go into town. So are those kinds of choices important?
They are the most important because we're a story-based game, and non-linearity is the most important thing that makes us actually stand out among any other game that tells the story. We're trying actually to really make a game that has a dual kind of approach. On one side, we are composing this story and writing it down and then giving it to people, but on the other hand, they give it back to us, shaping it their own way, carving their own path. We even implemented social media support in The Witcher 2, so a lot of people will be able to actually synchronize the game with social media, not obligatory. If you want to do it, you will be able to do it, and show all your friends and us, for example, your own progress throughout the storyline of The Witcher 2, statistics as well.
Another thing that I noticed when I was strolling around in the town, there was a lot of work in, shadow from the townspeople, and the town felt very alive. How do you go about creating a world like that?
This is one of the integral parts of RPG, obviously, right? Background communities, societies, NPCs, and everything going on. So by the time we finished The Witcher 1, it was one of the reasons that actually made us rewrite the engine. Write our own proprietary technology. One of the tools that we have in the engine is the tool, or a subsystem, I should say, for communities, for background stuff, scheduling that, actually planning how they work out, tweaking it, balancing it, even debugging it. We have all tools for that. So this is the way you actually do it. We have proper tools. That's why it works.
There seems to be a lot of dark fantasy games now. Do you think that it's a trend that we're seeing?
It's tough for me to say. I mean, even if it is, it's not a good thing, but we've done a dark fantasy game because we were inspired by Sapkowski's work, the writer that wrote the books. And we did not actually follow any trend. So if there is a trend, beat me if I know about it.
All right. Can you tell me more about the inspiration from these novels?
Sapkowski has done a lot of great job with writing 7 books that were really consistent, and it was just so comfortable to us doing, you might call it adaptation, but it's not, because we don't tell the same story that he did in games. We wrote totally our own new story for the games. We just use inspiration from a lot of characters, places, or plots that happened in his books. It all drives what The Witcher is right now, what the story in the game is right now. But we get our own ideas, and most of actually what's cool in The Witcher 2, and what, for example, purists and people that love Sapkowski as well and know books by heart see, is that actually we're doing something new with the same taste.
All right, there you have it. Some great novels and hopefully a really good game. The best RPG of 2011, right?
Maybe not even hopefully. Yes, this is what I would like it to be. I would love The Witcher 2 to be the best RPG ever. And it's going to come out on May 17th. Make sure you check it out.
I'm no avenger of orphans, no executioner for hire. I'm a witcher.